From gardening to animals to extreme renovations, welcome to Homesteading at College Hill Farm. Welcome back to College Hill Farm. Today we're planting sweet corn. Today it's time to plant my sweet corn. So I plant candy corn, that's the variety. And in order to get enough corn for the year, Crystal and I still have about 25 pint jars of corn, cans of corn. We've got probably 2 or 3 quart bags of fried corn still in the freezer, but that's it. So this year we're going to harvest corn. We're not going to can it, we're just going to freeze it. So I only need 4 rows or so. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to plant 4 rows of candy corn, but I'm probably going to plant 5 if I've got enough in my little bag. This is a ½ pound of candy corn seed, and this is what they look like when you buy the seed. Of course, candy corn, that's it. Candy corn is a hybrid, so you can't just save the seeds off of it. It won't come back true. It's one of the super sweet corns. So what we would need to do is I'm going to go ahead and get out my earthway planter, and that's the way I plant my candy corn. I'm going to use my earthway planter. You can pick those up cheap off the internet, eBay. Sometimes you find them at farmers markets and flea markets for $40 or $50. I think the one I bought new, but I bought another one for a friend of mine for $25 at a flea market. So you can get these things relatively cheap. So I'm going to go ahead and put the correct plate in it, and then we'll get started. Somebody asked me one time, do you get product endorsement money from Earthway? No, I don't. Wish I did, but you know, they haven't come by and said, oh, we want to give you money to show us in your videos. They haven't done that. I just use it because it helps my back. Now, you can go through and drop these, okay? You can just go through and drop them about every foot down the row. Drop 2 seeds every foot. Then come back and cover it with a hoe. But I don't, you'll see why this is so much faster. All right, now I need to replace the plate. If you look in there, I don't know how well you can see, right here is the plate. And let me hold this and well, the plate don't want to come out. Welcome to summer. There we go. This is what the plate looks like. And the way it works is this little plate spins, and as it spins there are little cups here. There are little cups right here, and those little cups pick up a piece of corn and deposit it in a little chute beside it. Comes out right here on this side and deposits it in a little chute. So what I had in there, this was is the pea plate. It's also for planting green beans. This is the sweet corn plate. So you can see this one drops a seed about every 3 inches. Dropped it. This one drops a seed about every 8 inches to a foot. Okay, the new plate's in. Now I'm going to drop in this ½ pound of candy corn. Candy corns went crazy around my neck of the woods. I mean absolutely buck crazy. And what I mean by that is that it's $9 something a ½ pound. It's almost $20 a pound. Well, that's a little crazy. But this year I'm going to try something new. You know, I plant a lot of things in wide rows, but I've always planted corn in narrow rows because of germination, of pollination. Corn doesn't pollinate by bees. Corn pollinates by the tassels raining pollen down on the silks of the corn cob, and that's how the seeds on the corn fill out. Now, if you don't get enough pollen, corn pollen, on your tassels, you wind up with not enough seeds, and there are skips. So you get a corn cob that's got a seed, a full kernel here, and then a bunch of empty spots, and then another 2 or 3 full kernels and empty spots. So I've always planted corn close together. But somebody told me this candy corn was so prolific in its pollen that you didn't necessarily have to do it that way. Well, I'm still going to plant 4 rows side by side, but I'm going to plant them wide enough so I can drive down through the row with my tractor. So that's what we're going to do right now, and you'll see how fast it is to go down this row and plant this candy corn. It's relatively quick. Now, before you start, at the beginning of every year, spiders like to get in the shoot of this and put webs all in the chute so that your corn won't go down the chute. So I'm going to see if this is dispensing any corn. Oh, it's dispensing it perfect. So let's go ahead and get this rolled down the row. Okay, 200 feet of corn planted. 7 minutes, maybe 5 minutes. I'm a little out of breath. Whew. 200 foot of corn planted. I've got 200 more feet to plant, and that's that quick. So I'll get those planted and I'll come back to you. All the corn's in. I timed this time down and back the 200 feet. It took 3 minutes to plant 200 feet of corn. These little earthway planters, they are the bomb. And this is how much is left. Took about 2/3 of that ½ pound of corn. ½ pound of corn would be 8 ounces, so it probably took about 6 ounces to plant those 400 feet. So that kind of gives you an idea how much corn you need. Now I've got plenty of corn left over. I always try to plan to have plenty of corn left over to plant the skips. So if you like this kind of thing, this homesteading, do-it-yourself lifestyle, be sure to come on out to the channel and subscribe. You can subscribe by hitting that little button right there. If you hit that button, it'll take you to our Facebook, our homepage, our channel page where you can subscribe. You can also see the link to our Facebook page that shows you how to fertilize. Now, what am I going to do with this corn? Well, I'm going to wait till it's up about that tall, and then I'm going to come back beside it and I'm going to plant our heirloom pole beans. But I want the corn to get a little head start on the pole beans. So it's time for me to get on to the next thing.